What's up, YouTube? We're back again with another deck profile by Jarrod. What do we got going on today?
Well, today we got a nice little bit of a Pendulum Magician type of deck, sort of meme, you know? Feel me? Didn't take this deck to regionals, but, you know, if I did, I probably wouldn't have done any better than I already did. You want to talk about regionals real quick? Just get that out of the way, since we kind of promised talking about it.
Yeah, I played Blue Eyes, Chaos Max.
Blue Eyes?
Blue Eyes, you know. Did pretty well until, you know, ran into a friend and we had a gentleman's agreement of not siding and I lost to Paleo. And then basically went X3 and dropped and went a mat, beat ABCs, and then played against True King, Spellbook Invoked. Went to game 3 and bricked and wanted to die. Got Ash Blossom just like 3 times still though, and lost.
I also went X3, but I only won 1 game my entire fucking time there.
How so?
2 of my opponents didn't show up for round 4 and 5, so that's pretty good. Alright, so I guess...
Oh yeah, our regional was 8 rounds as well.
8 rounds. I also dropped after X3, and then I had to wait the other hour for this man to get destroyed by True Draco. So, I guess let's just get this started. This is updated after regionals, after looking at insane text and stealing people's deck lists. So you got 3 Astrograph Sorcerer. He's the big boy. He summons himself when one of your Magician Pendulums is destroyed, and he searches out another copy of it. You use him to make Zark, you use him for other dumb plays that aren't in this deck. Because I forgot to put Galaxy Tomahawk in. Alright. Play 1 Oath Dragon, because he's really bad. But he lets you get stuff back to your hand so you don't have to use your extra monster slot for it, so he's kind of a necessity now. 3 copies, Skulker Bat Joker, because it's like one of your 16 searchers in this deck, and it's the only normal summon you really ever want to make. Searches out a Magician, searches out a Performer Pal. You can also search out Not Eyes, but if you're playing that, I'm sorry. And we got 1 Black Fang and 1 White Wing. I'd probably prefer to play Black Fang at 2. I don't know why I'm playing him at 1 right now. This is still experimental, though. I hardly even know how to play this deck, really. I just kind of got all the cards for basically free. And we got Meme Boy on crack, 3 Wisdom My Magician. What's this boy do? Well, he lets you set whatever scale you need as many times as you need it. Like, this card is just insane. Konami's fucking crazy for putting it back to 3. You know, it's just... It made them playable last format, and it makes them a force to be reckoned with this format. We got 3 Double Iris and 3 Purple Poison to round out the extra deck boys, extra deck Magician boys. So he's treated as a Pendulum, he's treated as a Fusion, Black Fang is Exceed, and White Wing is Synchro, yada yada yada. He pops a card when he's destroyed. Also gives one of your monsters 1200 attack during battle, it's pretty good. He can make something do double damage? Yeah, double damage, and he's probably the most important one of all of the extra deck boys, because he lets you search out Pendulum Graphs when he's destroyed, and those cards are just, ooh, insane, like dumb good. We'll get into those when we cross them, way down the path. And then play the best Pendulum summon target in the deck, Harmonizing. Just lets you get so much advantage. If she's Pendulum summoned, you special summon a Magician Pendulum monster from your deck in defense, and banish it when it leaves the field. But it's always a guaranteed +1 whenever it's Pendulum summoned. Its scale effect is kind of hot trash, but it lets you beat over dumb stuff, I guess, every once in a while. I hardly ever go into synchros, so I hardly ever tune with her. And then we're getting into the non-magician kind of memes. They got 2 Pendulum Sorcerer, because, you know, he's the nut. You pop your double Iris and you search, and that's really all he's here for. Level 4 for Exceed plays, you know. Only run 2, because I only have 2 secrets. Thanks, Daniel. And then we get on to the last monster in the main deck. Big Papa, 3 Apex Avian.
Woo! Experiencing that buyout.
Caw, caw. I have become the caca looking ass now. If you don't know what this dumbass hidden arsenal card does, it bounces itself back to the hand and negate any effect and destroy it, which is pretty good. I thought of a dumb tech that probably won't do anything in the future. If you run Mist Valley Thunderbird along with this, if you pendulum summon it out, you can just continuously bounce the Thunderbird to negate like every single effect. But you know, it's whatever at this point. That's a pretty good card. Alright. That's a lot of monsters. Now we're going to move on to the spells. I play 1 Allure, because most of the magicians are darks, and the ones you can afford to get rid of are at 3. I don't really mind it. I don't really use the draw cards that often. What I use more is dumb fucking cards like this that let you search out for free.
3 Duelist Alliance.
3 Duelist Alliance and 1 Pendulum Call. This card's awful. It's so bad. It could have stayed at 1 and nothing would have happened. Duelist Alliance, you search out a Pendulum, Speller Trap, or a Pendulum Monster by name, not by the typing. So you can search out Luster Pendulum, search out Pendulum Sorcerer, search out Star Pendulum Grab, search out Pendulum Call. You know, it just lets you gain so much advantage. It deserved to be the price it is now when it came out. And this card's just baka. 1 Upstart Goblin for 39 card deck. Then we get into the meat and potatoes of this build here. 3 Wavering Eyes.
Best card.
You just pop all your scales. You just search all your scales. You just search your deck for like 13 cards. Not nearly as much cards as Spirals, but you know, you still get a decent number of searches here. Just thank you for answering my prayers and bringing it back. It's pretty good. You already know what it does if you're on this profile. And then we round out the spells with 2 copies of Star Pendulum Grab. I see builds playing it at 1, I see builds playing it at 3. I think 2 is the most optimal number. Because it's nice to open up with it, but you want other cards in hand first. Because it's always searchable just with Double Iris, just with him being there. What it does, your opponent can't target your spellcaster type monsters with spell effects. And if a Magician Pendulum monster you control leaves the field, you can add a Magician Pendulum monster from your deck to your hand. And that's a once per turn effect. But, you know, it gets you where you need to go. Alright, now when we go into our traps, I play more than 1 trap in this deck. It's crazy. People don't expect that. So I play 2 Stormings because I'm a good player. And then I play 1 Time Pendulum Grab because this card's just insanely good. If this deck becomes tier 0, this card's banned. Like, soon. It's just so
soon.
Good. Soon. That's all for the main deck.
40 cards, correct?
40 cards. Couldn't really live to see this deck played at more than 40 cards. I tried. I tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it really didn't matter. So we're just going to move on right now to this nice young extra deck.
Budget,
apparently, yeah. So we start off with Meme Boy Mach 7, Supreme King Zark. When he's summoned, you just blow up the field. You know, can't be destroyed, can't be targeted. If he in the monster zone is destroyed, you can set him in your scale, like so. And when he's in your scale, he negates all of your opponent's Fusion, Synchro, and Xyz monsters. And he can rip a card out of their hand if they add it. So, he's just a mean card. He's a little bit of a meme boy. And then, you know, budget players all around. Got 1 Beals, because apparently it outs Masterpiece. I just run it because it's summonable. And I had 1. 1 Ignister, because he's only at 1. He's still a good boy, but if he gets flipped face down and fucked by Chaos Max, you're just sitting there crying. Because, you know, that's a nice beefy defense to that there, boys.
Nice 0.
1 copy of Omega, just because it's makeable. Sometimes you can do 2 Synchros in a turn, so it's worth it to just rip a card out of their hand real quick. And get on with your life. We play 1 Enlightenment Paladin. Now, it's more usable than it ever was. Because if it's summoned using Magician Pendulum Monster, you add a spell card from your grave to your hand. Which could be, you know, any number of wonderful things. Any number of wonderful things. Just this card. No other cards, please. So, I don't like summoning it at all. I tried it in a test play earlier, and it stopped me from summoning Zark, and I was like, I hate you so much. 1 Stardust Dragon just because it's summonable. Nice clean
nice
shine.
ghost.
And then 1 Supreme King Dragon Clearwing. He's Lightning Vortex on Synchro Summon. And that's about it. He has like a kind of baby Catastor-ish effect that just pops something at the start of damage step. It's pretty alright. So that's those. Move on to them nice little Exceeds now. We got a Trapeze Magician for that double attack pop. You know him. You love him. Pepe was a long time ago. 1 Supreme King Dragon Dark Rebellion because he's Dark Rebellion on crack. And he doesn't target.
Yeah, it's a pretty good card.
So good. He's the best. He's probably my favorite. 1 copy of Time Star. He's your main Exceed that you want to go into turn 1. Because you get to search out Meme Boy Mach 4. And then you just get to summon him afterwards when you just inevitably pop your scale for free. You know. He also protects your Magician Pendulum monsters, which allows this card to just send a card for free. You know, it's pretty good. And we got 1 Castel, because he's still good. Who'd have thought this card 3 years after coming out would still be playable? It's my one from Sneak Peek. I'm so happy you still have him. 1 Diamond Dire because I can't afford a Tornado Dragon apparently. And 1 Abyss Dweller to round out the Exceeds, just because he's makeable. Extra decks, or not extra deck, graveyard effects still flying around. Lightsworn stronger than ever, I guess.
Charges at 3.
Yeah, it didn't really help me much at regionals, but you know. And then we round out with some links, boys.
Links.
We got a Decode Talker and a Proxy Dragon. If there's ever a link monster that's like, hey, pendulums only, this shit's just gonna fly. It's gonna be so good. Oh my god. And that rounds this out. So just do that, I guess. Nice
Smear.
trash.
Alrighty, guys. That's it for the Pendulum Spellcaster deck profile. We do have more content coming up.
Yeah.
I know we still have to give you guys the Time Lord deck profile that, and the secret deck profile Jarrod promised you guys.
Yeah, still working on that.
Yeah.
There's tons of stuff coming down the pipeline. Like this card that's not a card in my hand. What is it?
We're working on some new decks. We should have those deck profiles
New
up.
decks. Thinking of stuff to discuss. That's why this is not a discussion video per se.
Never sorry about that.
Yeah. We just set a schedule and then we're immediately not going to follow it.
Like, we kind of did a discussion about regionals, but it was...
Very, very little bit.
Yeah. So, this will be Slifer Red Duelist signing out.